Hello there, lovely people. Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Time here in Dhaka right now is around 7:40. We're approaching towards night, and we are experiencing a little bit of rain and then also power outage. So if the video you suddenly see boom darkness, I'll pause the video and I'll continue when we get power back. So yeah, we work with a lot of challenges. So hopefully you're doing good. And I'm planning to do 3 videos. This is the last of them all. So last episode is gonna be a review. Rather than a review, it's gonna be a list of 10 perfumes or fragrances rather, which are special to me. Okay, this is gonna be on the sentimental fragrance list. You may find these fragrances are nothing special to you or very ordinary, but in my journey, when I started my journey in fragrances, buying them, and let me a little bit tell a little bit of story. Like when I started collecting, I didn't have uber niche perfumes. I started watching the great reviewers, Mark, Jeremy, Steven, Coach Rob, all these guys, Drag Dog, and I couldn't have all the perfumes in the world. So when you start your collection, your pain is like too many perfumes and too little money. We have the small budget. So that time, whatever I could find that really I felt was collection worthy, I got my Chanel's first, Dior's then I started getting some of the other houses, which I found, on my own, smelling them, liking them. So price bracket was not an issue at that time. For me, it was the love of perfume, what started my game. And even before I was a frag head, some of the fragrance I used. So I have shown you some of them like Dior Intense. I'm not going to show you today, or something like Dunhill Desire Red. Those are my oldest perfumes. But let me show you some of the other ones. I'll tell you a story attached to it. I'm pretty sure many of you have many fragrance memories, so you can relate. Okay. So please, I do apologize if your expectations are like, hey, where is his third jobs? I'll tell you frankly, my niche collection started only with Creed, Manceras, some 2017-18. Before that, I was all about designers, affordable perfumes. Then, this is how reality is. Many people wouldn't admit. They'll be like, I was born with a golden spoon in my mouth. That's not the reality. So let's go one by one. First fragrance I'm gonna show you here is a nostalgic one called David Beckham Instinct. Okay, this is not the bottle that I had back in the days. This is my third or fourth bottle. So this fragrance I got it in 2012, I believe, in UK, London, or something like that, London or Manchester, maybe 2015. It was in Bergen. It's like a perfume shop. Like I don't know what was a perfume shop or perfumery, something in Manchester. And I got this like magnetic cap. There was some sort of a sale going on. So I bought a Ferrari perfume and this one. And I think there was one more I got, like a Burberry or Davidoff. So three fragrances from Manchester. These are not expensive. You guys know. Nowadays, these are like $35, $40, 75 mil. So what this was, it's like a vetiver spicy fragrance. Okay, there's some lot of pepper, there's a little bit of vetiver. The fragrance, the one of the best feature was definitely the magnetic cap, which is you don't get even in expensive perfumes. But I kind of enjoyed the spiciness of it. I used to be a student at that time. I think I was doing my masters of management at the time. So when I spray it, brings back memories, guys. This perhaps I'm not reaching for so much nowadays, but those memories. My sister had a baby at that time, and she was very little. And the trip of Manchester was very emotional for me. I went to places, and I was wearing this a lot. I wore like this much, I think, in the whole trip. Nice little perfume, not maybe the super beast mode, but a lot of memories. David Beckham, Instinct. I like this house for some reason. I have a lot of attachment to it. Okay, number 9, I'm going to show you a very special fragrance. This fragrance is not that great. And I'll tell you, this is not a great oud perfume, but when I got it back in the days, Ferrari Essence Oud. This Essence line, I think the whole line is taken down right now, but I was in Malaysia at that time. And the bottle is very lovely, by the way, red bottle. I got it basically for the bottle. I did not like the chemically rose and oud at that time. So this is not the best oud perfume in the game, okay? No problem. It used to be available for $35 perhaps at that time. And you could spend like maybe $30 to get each of these fragrances on a if there's discount or something. So there was this place, I think near airport, called Mitsui Outlet Park. I said it in few videos before, but many new people do not know about that. It's just near the airport, and it's like a trip from my back in the days. The home used to be like 45 minutes, 1 hour. So I used to go to this Mitsui Outlet Park, and there was this shop. I don't think the shop exists no more. And like they used to have few fragrances. Sometimes they have a like 30 to 40% off. So it used to like attract me. So I used to go and buy. I have one more perfume from here. I got from there. So I smelled this one, Vetiver Essence, and I think all the essence, the musk one. So there were like 4 or 5 they had, okay. And I was so eager to get the vetiver, like the gray bottle. But for some reason, I think vetiver, what is it called, essence vetiver or something, I really like that, but I like this bottle more. So my eyes went to this bottle and I got it, okay. So it reminds me of those trips I used to take, like you have to pay 2 tolls and then you just come back to big parking and you have to walk about 5-7 minutes to get in the mall, and you just walk. It's just always nice to explore. And they had this some uncommon perfumes, like a Chinese owner. So they used to treat me very, very well, and I used to enjoy their discounts. So one of the first oud-based perfumes I got, didn't wear it that much. It was way overbearing, but nostalgic because it reminds me of those days in Malaysia. Okay, that's the number 9 one. Number 8 is this fragrance called Versace Blue Jeans. This perfume brings back memories. Okay, many of you, when you were young, used to wear this perfume. It still sells a lot of jeans in the collection of Versace, but I don't think you can get that many more. You can get the pink one, that's for women, but the baby blue jeans, green jeans, the white something, there are few bottles, you cannot find those anymore. This perfume, I used to have the vintage version of it. I still have the vintage versions box or the packaging. It's called, used to call Versace blue jeans, but nowadays it doesn't have say Versus anymore. I use it for keeping my pens and all that. This is a new variation or something. It has this blue juice. So I remember I got this perfume when I was in university doing my degree. And when I was doing my degree, there's this girl. She used to have this friend. They used to be like besties. And then this girl used to do some page. She used to sell perfume. This was not very expensive, like $25. And she was like, "Do you want to buy a perfume?" For that time, this was expensive for me because I was a student. I'm not from a very rich family. So from middle class families, like $25 is not very cheap because we use body sprays and all. And she actually sprayed this on my hand one time, and I just really liked it. I liked the packaging with the pouch and all that. I purchased it. This fragrance, it's very weird. I think this one has a floral, uh, not heliotrope. I think it's one of these florals. It has this cola vibe. It's very strange smell, and I still like it. Very unique to say the least. And I think the bottle is very lovely too, like Versace Dreamer. This brings back memories of my undergrad years. I bought 3 bottles from her in that period when I was in undergraduate or university. Right, that's number 8. Number 7, very memorable perfume. I hope my GF doesn't kill me because I'll tell you a story. This is called Paco Banpurum. This little bottle, okay. I did not buy a full bottle, like a big bottle at that time. This is from Malaysia also. I saw it in one shop. I saw this in Azaro Purum. I still have it. Let me get the Azaro bottle because I'm telling you stories. Sorry, when I talk about memories, I get very, very nostalgic. This is that video. It's nothing to do with anything current or trendy. So when I got this one, Paco Banpurum, I think this is on the older batches, not vintage, but older batches. And I also got this one from the same shop. Okay, it's called Perfume Shop in. It used to be in Sunway Putra Mall, PWTC opposite. If you happen to be in KL, this is Mazar Purum, the vintage bottle. This is like semi-vintage. The newer bottles do not look like this. I got this together. So just sprayed this one just now. I did a review. Very long review on this. So these two I bought at the same time. I'm not going to talk about Azaro today. I just put some on my skin right now. Man, so beautiful barbershop perfume. But this one, I took a trip in Cameron Highlands, okay? My ex was with me. And then, we had this like a whole group, okay? So we went one-day trip and we drove over the, hills and everything. There were these other girls. So I was wearing this fragrance in the car, okay? I was driving it. And I remember putting this on when I started my journey from KL. And then when I reached, I could still pretty much smell it for 7, 8, 9 hours, okay? The greenness in this fragrance, a little bit dust, okay? The vanilla on the dry down, it's one of the most masculine perfumes ever. If you want to get into green perfumes, I suggest you try this Paco Banpurum, one of my very, very close to heart fragrance, okay? So number 6, then we hit top 5. Number 6 is this fragrance. This is another oud-based perfume called One Man Show Oud Edition. If you know by any chance, I was the very first one to do this review, okay? After that, many other reviewers found it, bought it, and that many of the members got it. You can say there was a little hype at that time, but I was the first one to review this officially. You can see my sentiment. That time I just came back to Bangladesh in 2016, and that year the winter was fantastic. It was very cold, it was very foggy. I think one of the best winters I got. Nowadays winter means nothing, it's a joke. So this was my introduction to oud, and I used to watch Nikhil Bhai, Perfume Guru, and he used to talk about oud all the time, but I was not a very big fan of oud. But I got this essence oud, I never wore it. When I sprayed this in one shop, I did not have that much money. I didn't have any business. I didn't have any income. I just came here. I was like jobless. You can say like frictional unemployment. But that time, I had some collection, about 100 something. But I wanted to start buying fragrances. In Bangladesh, this was one of my first buys. I did not have enough cash that day. Imagine that. This was like 25 bucks. And the guy said, I will not give you cheaper. And I said, can I test it? He's like, if you buy it, then you can test it. I'm like, I don't have the cash. If you trust me, I can come back tomorrow. I can give you the money. And he's like, he was like, not sure. It's a small shop. It's not a perfume shop. It's like a grocery shop. To them, this is an expensive fragrance. So I said, how much can you keep it last? So I think that last price he gave me was 23, 24. I don't remember. Next day, a very cold day, I borrowed some money from my sister or my mother. I went and bought this and I sprayed it for the first time. It was a blind buy. He didn't let me test it. And I fell in love with it because it was so cold. We used to have this tea stall. We have this Bangladesh called tea stalls. Small shop. They make tea. You can find bread, some cakes and stuff. People smoke there. So I was sitting there and I was enjoying this fragrance. It was like beautiful breeze in our road, cold breeze. I was wearing my jacket and wearing this. I loved it. Some people say it's a synthetic and everything, but trust me, I fell in love with oud. This is not very oud perfume, but for the price, the quality Bogart gives you, no one can beat that. Okay, very, very high quality beast mode juice. Get it while you can. One man show oud edition. That's number 6. So top 5. Let's go 5. Number 5 is Dunhill Icon. So you can see this lineup. Nothing fancy going on here. It's all about what's close to my heart. Icon is one of those fragrances. I am very proud I got this perfume. This is my 3rd bottle. I have another backup. I'll never run out of this juice. I absolutely adore this perfume. This is one of the best. People compared this with, I think, Terre d'Hermes, right? I don't find that much of similarity. Okay, they're different fragrances. I think this is even better in terms of scent profile. Terre d'Hermes lasts a long time. This one also lasts 6 to 7 hours, but from the whole line, nothing beats this. Beautiful, heavy bottle, masculine smell. There's this nice leathery vibe, neroli. There's, I think, spices, vetiver. Whatever is in there, it works. One of the best signature scent-worthy perfume I discovered on my own. Back in the days, I think Chad talked about it, Dan Norton talked about it, 3, 4 reviewers, and I was very hyped about it, okay? When I got it from Malaysia, man, instant love. I will never fall out of love with this. This is very precious to me. Dunhill Icon, one of my early days perfumes, very nostalgic for me. Number 4. There you go. Burberry's London. Old style bottle nowadays. I think you'll find these similar looking coats, but the boxes look different. Why London is special? Same shop where I got Ferrari in Mitsui Outlet Park. That's where I got it from. I smelled it one day. I'm like, it smells weird. It doesn't feel that much boozy like port wine and whatnot they mention. I felt like this feels weird, but the dry down drew me so much. It's like this, so much attraction towards it. I realized one day I need to get it. And that time time was 9:20, 9:30, and the shops will close at 10. So I have to take like 45 minutes drive. By the time if I reach that near airport shop, they will close. I did a crazy thing. I had a MPV, okay? I had an MPV of 1.6 liter engine, which had turbo. I put down the windows, switch off the AC. I drove like a maniac from my home. I went there, they were closing the shutters. I made it within half an hour. Just 2 minutes or 3 minutes before 10 o'clock, they were putting the shutters down. I sort of like went under the shutter and I said, I need this fragrance, please. They're like, our counter is closed. I'm like, no, I don't care. I need to get it right now. I didn't know many other shops then, but the lady, she knew me. She was like, you crazy. I'm like, I know. And then, I don't know. They were very kind to me and then opened the counter again and they let me buy this, okay? And since then, every winter, I have in Bangladesh, I wear this. It will make all my winter lists. Some of my winter lists so cozy, so beautiful, long lasting. I think this is one of the best Burberry ever produced. Check it out. Burberry's London, very close to my heart. A lot of people used to love it back in the days. Number 3, guess what? Another Burberry Brit Rhythm. Okay, there's another one called Rhythm Intense. I brought this perfume with me from Malaysia. Okay, I still have a lot of juice left. I'll never sell this fragrance. Do you know why? I don't use it that much, but I'll never sell it. I had a mobile phone. I did crazy things to get perfumes back in the days when I started my collection. The addiction was real since 2016-15. I had a phone, Asus. I bought it for, I think, the same price that I paid this bottle for. I sold my phone. Okay, I bought another phone. Storytelling time, hold on. I'll show you. I bought this phone back in the days 2016. I did a lot of reviews with it. This is A9 Pro or something like that in 2016. These used to come with these buttons still work. I keep it alive. So I bought that phone and I sold my Asus Zenfone or something like that to buy this. Okay, whatever I got from selling the phone with the loss, I bought this fragrance. That was the love and commitment for me buying fragrances. I'll never sell this bottle. Burberry Brit Rhythm. Check out my review. Amazing, sexy fragrance if you like. Lanvin de L'Homme. Similar type, similar theme. Number 2, one of my signature scents, Polo Blue. You guys, all you have, like all of you started your journey at some point, you know, so many of you used to use CK1. I guess whatever your special fragrance was back in the days. This was in my college and university life. I used to get small bottles as a gift, Polo Black and this, you know. Polo Black was my first perfume I bought with my money. This was maybe second or third. Whenever I wore this smaller bottle, bigger bottle, it brings back memories of Malaysia. I feel like sometimes very emotional, feel like crying at times. I miss Malaysia so bad because that's my second home. I can never go back. And I can take a trip back, but cannot stay there. You know, they don't have that option like second home or something like, you know, PR. But Polo Blue, I used to wear for Eid, birthdays, special days. You know, the days of Eid, nighttime, we used to go to like houses for invitation, all that. I used to put this on. I used to go there. Didn't last that much. Like I didn't detect it for long, but it's just my college and university life in a nutshell. Okay, I just love this fragrance. I just adore it. Polo Blue, very, very special to me. Number 1 today is this one, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Okay, I started collecting officially in 2015, I think. And there's a perfume. There's a mall called Aeon. It used to be called Jasco, Jaya Jasco in Malaysia. Then the Aeon takeover, and then Aeon Big. So Aeon was near our area. Wangsa Maju, those Malaysian friends would know. I used to go there to buy perfume. They have the separate fragrance counter. Then they have everything very nicely sorted. Malaysian shopping malls are the best. And I saw this one and La Mall. I was torn. Like these bottles are old one, BPI version, I think. Okay, I think BPI, yeah. BPI, where is it written? Made in France. BPI, yeah, it's written here. So I still have some juice left. I have another small bottle. I have a bottle. I think some juice left in there as well. But these bottles are almost finishing. I have this another one. Okay. So these are old BPI versions. Okay. So when I saw Lamal and Ultramil, I had money to buy only one. My parents were giving me money to buy something for Eid. And I said, I want this. They said, buy some shirts and stuff. You know, I'm like, no. And they gave me this one. And there was this little sample. And there was a Dio or something like it. Okay. I bought this one first. Okay. I did not buy Lamal. Because when I sprayed it, I was in love with it. This fragrance was reviewed by Chad and Mark together. Those who understand sentiments, man, those are the days. These guys are my gurus. I always will say that. They're my teachers. My channel is so much, grown so much. I have so many more videos than them. But tell you what, guys like Chad, Mark, they are the ones who are responsible for our community. Okay. They are the OGs. They are the legends, you know. No matter how great we become or how much popularity we get, we can never go bigger than them. Okay. So when Chad and Mark reviewed this, you know, recent times I was talking to Carlos Colom. He told me like he always supported me from beginning. These are the times, you know, 2016, 15, those are times fragrance community was very happening, you know, like we had so much interest, a lot of great releases. Now all you see are mindless flankers, you know, there's nothing original. This was sweet. I used to get pineapple, and then there's this there's this pear note, sweet, well, like playful. I used to wear this. I used to get like 10, 12 hours. Okay, the old version. This sadly discontinued now, but very special to my heart. So there you go. 10 fragrances, very long video. I'm sorry about that, but not sorry. These are fragrances. These are nostalgic for me. What are some of your nostalgic perfumes? You can share a story for others to read. Thank you so much for watching. And this game is lovely, isn't it? Have a nice day. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye-bye.